Have you ever wondered which Christmas rules are so strange they sound made up but still exist today? From brooms hiding witches to laws punishing joy itself, these weird Christmas laws will shock you. Stay tuned as we uncover 35 of the weirdest laws that make celebrating Christmas feel like breaking secret codes. Number 1. Imagine being fined for celebrating too loudly on Christmas Day. In parts of England, outdated laws once treated feasting, games, and noisy cheer as public disorder. These rules aim to control joy itself. What would happen if modern police enforced silence while families laughed and celebrated together? Number 2. In Norway, ancient fears created a strange Christmas rule. Many households still hide brooms on Christmas Eve. Legend claimed witches and evil spirits searched for them to fly. Is it a harmless tradition now, or a reminder that old superstitions can survive centuries without fading away? Strange traditions can outlive logic, really. Number 3. In parts of Europe, Christmas dancing was once restricted by law. Authorities feared wild movement encouraged bad behavior. Imagine being arrested for spinning to festive music. Could simple joy on a holiday really threaten order, or did leaders just fear losing control over crowds? Laws like this blur fun and crime. Why fear dance? Number 4. Long ago in Scotland, Christmas was banned entirely for regular people. Work was mandatory and celebrations were punished. That ban lasted for centuries. How does a holiday built on warmth survive when laws try to erase it from daily life and memory? Yet families secretly kept traditions alive. Even kindness was treated as rebellion. Number 5. In some US towns, fake Santa outfits are still regulated by law. Wearing red suits outside approved events can bring fines. Why control a costume tied to joy? Could dressing as Santa really cause chaos? Or is this law proof that paperwork outlives common sense? Such rules feel frozen in another era. Does fear of fraud justify it? Number 6. In parts of Austria, certain Christmas songs were once restricted in public spaces. Officials feared lyrics could spark unrest or mock authority. Imagine being warned for humming a festive tune. How dangerous can a melody be? And why did joy feel threatening to those in power during holidays meant for peace? Number 7. In some US cities, placing Christmas lights too early was legally discouraged. Decorating before approved dates could trigger complaints or fines. Why should joy wait for a calendar signal? Does forcing cheer into a schedule protect order, or does it drain magic from a season meant to feel spontaneous? Number 8. In old Germany, laws once limited Christmas feasts for common people. Authorities feared large meals encouraged laziness. Imagine being told your holiday dinner broke rules. Should food ever be regulated during celebration, or was control more important than comfort during winter hardship? Number 9. In parts of Canada, public Christmas parades once required permits under strict rules. Singing, costumes, and crowd size were monitored. Why regulate celebrations so tightly? Could laughter and music really disrupt order? Or did officials simply fear crowds enjoying freedom together? Number 10. In Sweden, church attendance on Christmas was once legally enforced. Skipping service could bring punishment. Imagine being fined for staying home. Should belief ever be required by law, or does forced faith weaken the meaning of a holiday meant to inspire goodwill? Number 11. In parts of Spain, loud Christmas bells were once restricted by local rules. Officials believed non-stop ringing caused unrest and distracted workers. Imagine being warned to quiet a church bell during a holy season. Can sound truly threaten order, or was silence easier to control than celebration? Number 12. In old France, Christmas gift-giving was once regulated among servants. Lavish presents were banned to prevent jealousy and disorder. Picture laws deciding how generous you may be. Should kindness ever be capped by rules, or does limiting generosity expose fear of happiness spreading too freely? Number 13. In some US towns, snowball fights during Christmas were banned by law. Throwing snow, even playfully, counted as disorderly conduct. How did harmless fun become a crime? When winter joy meets strict rules, does safety win, or does childhood magic quietly disappear? Number 14. In parts of Italy, public nativity displays once required government approval. Size, figures, and placement were monitored. Why regulate sacred scenes meant to inspire peace? Does controlling symbolism protect tradition? Or does it reveal anxiety over how people express belief in public spaces? Number 15. In Switzerland, Christmas market hours were once legally limited to prevent excess excitement. Stalls had to close early, even during peak cheer. Can happiness really run too late? Or were leaders afraid that joyful crowds might forget rules when warmth and music filled cold streets? Number 16. In parts of Ireland, Christmas Day drinking was once restricted by law. Pubs were forced to close, even as families gathered. Imagine celebrating without a shared toast. Did lawmakers fear disorder more than tradition? Or was controlling behavior easier than trusting people to celebrate responsibly? Number 17. In Old Denmark, cutting Christmas trees without permission carried heavy penalties. Even festive greenery was protected. Picture being fined for bringing home a tree. Should nature laws override holiday spirit? Or does this rule show how celebration often collides with authority? Number 18. In some Australian regions, public Christmas speeches once required approval. Leaders feared large gatherings could spark unrest. Imagine needing permission to spread cheer. Why should words of goodwill feel dangerous? And what does that say about trust between people and power? Number 19. In parts of the US, loud Christmas caroling after certain hours was restricted by noise laws. Singing too late could bring complaints or fines. Should joy follow a clock, or does silence matter more than shared tradition during the most social season of the year? Number 20. In medieval Europe, Christmas gambling was banned in several regions. Dice games and cards were seen as sinful distractions. Imagine being punished for friendly play. Does banning games protect morals, or does it reveal fear of losing control during moments of shared excitement? Number 21. In parts of Germany, opening Christmas presents before a set time was once discouraged by local rules. Early gift opening was seen as improper behavior. Imagine being corrected for excitement. Should anticipation be controlled by law, or does this reveal how even joy was once tightly scheduled? Number 22. In some U.S. states, public Christmas bonfires were restricted due to safety laws. Large flames symbolized warmth but raised concern. Picture a holiday fire deemed illegal. Does protecting safety justify limiting tradition? Or does fear sometimes smother the spirit meant to light winter nights? Number 23. In Old Austria, Christmas masks worn in public were regulated by law. Authorities feared disguises encouraged mischief. Imagine removing a festive mask to avoid trouble. Can anonymity truly threaten peace? Or was control more important than creative expression during celebration? Number 24. In parts of Finland, skipping Christmas work duties was once illegal. Certain jobs required attendance despite the holiday. Imagine choosing between tradition and punishment. Should labor ever override cultural celebration, or does this law expose how survival once outweighed seasonal joy? Number 25. In some European cities, selling Christmas sweets without permission was banned. Treats required approval to avoid chaos. Imagine being fined for candy. When did sugar become suspicious? And how did simple pleasure turn into something authorities felt needed control? Number 26. In parts of Japan, Christmas cake reservations were once regulated by store rules backed by local policy. Buying too many could bring refusal. Imagine being denied dessert during celebration. Should food limits exist on festive days? Or does scarcity control replace trust when demand spikes? Number 27. In some U.S. cities, fake snowfall displays were restricted due to safety concerns. Artificial snow in public areas could trigger penalties. Why ban something meant to create magic? Does protecting sidewalks matter more than imagination? Or did officials fear accidents more than disappointment? Number 28. In old Russia, Christmas gatherings were monitored by authorities. Large home celebrations raised suspicion. Imagine hosting friends under watch. Why did warmth and laughter feel threatening to rulers? And how does fear turn private joy into something treated like rebellion? Number 29. In parts of Mexico, fireworks during Christmas were limited by strict local laws. Loud displays symbolized joy, but risked fines. Should sound be silenced to protect order? Or does quiet celebration lose the energy that brings communities together? Number 30. In several European regions, public Christmas sermons were once timed by law. Speaking too long brought punishment. Imagine cutting faith short by force. Should belief follow a clock, or does regulation weaken the very message meant to inspire peace and reflection? Number 31. In parts of Belgium, decorating streets with Christmas figures was once regulated. Certain figures were banned to prevent perceived disorder. Imagine being fined for festive statues. Should public art ever be restricted, or does control over celebration show how authorities feared spontaneous joy? Number 32. In some U.S. towns, ringing bells for charity during Christmas was restricted by noise ordinances. Collecting funds could trigger fines. Why silence generosity and festivity? Could officials truly fear money jingling? Or was the law just another example of rules colliding with human kindness during holidays? Number 33. In Old England, Christmas trees in public spaces required permits. Authorities worried about fire hazards and crowd safety. Imagine needing approval for simple greenery. Does regulation protect people, or does over-control drain magic from communal celebrations meant to lift spirits? Number 34. In parts of Norway, leaving candles unattended on Christmas Eve was once illegal. Fires threatened safety, but regulations often dampened tradition. Can caution outweigh warmth and light? When joy is measured by risk, do laws preserve life or simply take away the flickering magic of winter nights? Number 35. In some European villages, Christmas choirs were monitored by authorities. Singing without permission risked penalties. Imagine being punished for spreading harmony. Should music require approval? Or does this reveal how celebration itself can appear threatening when rules replace trust in human joy? Now that you have seen 35 of the weirdest Christmas laws still in effect, can you believe some rules still punish joy, laughter, and tradition? Which one shocked you the most? Tell us in comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe the channel for more such content.